Welcome back to the pregame. Time now for our Hodge Player Profile on the Bearcast. And tonight it is Cole Tisinger, senior offensive and defensive lineman and captain. And Cole, I guess first off, as your senior year, it's already here upon you. Talk a little bit about what it means for this final season, final go-around of Bear football.
It's crazy. Time went so fast. It seems like just yesterday I was a freshman. It's kind of hard to realize at times. I'm just up here. We do our thing. We get through the season. We're already to the first game. Feels like just yesterday we had our first practice. So I don't realize it that much yet, but I'm sure once we get to the first game, it's all going to hit me, and it's going to be a pretty big thing to realize.
Talk a little bit about your role coming in as a captain on this team and really having to step up and look for those young guys and bring this team along so that you can have the success that you're hoping for.
Yeah, we gotta get along more and talk more. I think as my captain, that might be one of my roles. Is we have two younger freshmen or underclassmen coming in to play on the line with us, but we have the experience in me and Barnhart and Crawl. So we got to talk to them more, and same on the defensive line. We have people who have played there before, and I just got to use what I know and what other people know as well, and just talk to them more and teach them as much as we can, helping the coaches and doing everything we can.
Well, Coach Tiley talked a little bit, when he was here playing and he was a wide receiver, and he always thought, those were the guys that were key. He's realized quickly that us offensive linemen are the ones that carry the team. But I think people maybe overlook that communication aspect. They just assume you line up, you run over, and you hit somebody. But talk about that. What types of things are you looking at? How are you reading a defense so that you five are all on the same page as soon as that ball gets snapped?
Well, you kind of... It is very, very overlooked. They think it's a lot easier than it really is, but it comes down to having to communicate with the guy all the way across from you, whether it's your tackle and you're talking to the other tackle, or it could be just the guy next to you. But there's so many little things where you got to say one word might make the difference between a touchdown and a 2-yard gain. So, it's stuff like that, and that's where me as a captain, I had to step in and talk to the underclassmen a lot more and tell them, they can talk to all three of the linemen who have already been playing, and we should be able to help them as much as we can and probably even answer all the questions they have.
Well, last year you talk about stepping in, and first game of the year and Drew Finnegan goes down. Suddenly you slide into that offensive spot. Was there anything that you went through last year that you're thinking of for some of these young guys that you can really help to pass on to them?
The sudden transition. We have a lot of youth, like I said, but there's been times already, I think we've had 3 or 4 people who thought they were going to be up on varsity and they had to get moved down and they just weren't the right man, and there's nothing you can really do. We're going to probably play the better man. So I think always being ready. We're pretty good at telling the kids who aren't with us right now to be ready, keep busting your butt, because like the Drew Finnegan situation, I had no clue, and half of those kids right now, some of them who are even playing right now, didn't know coming into the season that they were going to be getting the time they're getting now. So just being aware of that sudden adjustment.
Over on the defensive side of the ball, you talk about where you guys are at, you and Barnhart, and kind of shuffling some things around. Talk about, finding a spot for some of these new pieces that are over on that defensive side and being able to continue that West Branch tradition of really solid defense.
Yeah, we have to we've been spending a lot of time after practice with the coaches and keeping the kids who aren't starting right now aware of what they're doing, and it's a whole lot of paying attention, getting reps. A lot of people are getting reps, so they just got to continue doing what they've been doing and getting better, learning the little things and working each other more and more each practice.
First game, like you said, coming up here tonight, taking on West Liberty. What are you expecting? What's the scouting report on the Comets here tonight?
A tough game, They're going to come up here. I think a lot of people would consider them one of our rivals, so we're going into the game thinking they're going to be probably one of the best teams we're going to face. Who knows? They might be, they might not be, but we're going in thinking it's going to be a really hard contested battle and adjusting. I think they have a good receiver coming in and 2 good backs that are coming back. So we're adjusting to that and doing everything we can to be ready for Friday.
Well, obviously, all of the focus is on football, but we like to look at some things that you do besides football. Are there other sports, other clubs, activity, Glee Club, anything like that you're a part of here at West Branch?
It used to be show choir, but I guess every year so far I've been in the play. I enjoy that a lot, actually. It's a time to let loose, mess around a little bit, sometimes more than you should. Be around different people. That's what I like the most, being around different people, doing stuff with people you don't necessarily talk to every day. So.
How about outside of school? What other hobbies or interests do you have when you're hanging out maybe with your friends or family?
Doing weird stuff with Barnhart is probably up there a lot. Making weird trips to come and go, and probably spending more money than we should in a month than anyone would ever imagine. Yeah, a lot of that. Random stuff. Recently I've started to play tennis more.
Really?
I'm really bad at it, but I enjoy random stuff like that. I don't like to do ordinary things. Hang out with some different people you wouldn't expect me to hang out with. Talk to younger kids. Stuff like that. I'm a weird kid.
Weird kid that likes to be outside the box. That's not a bad thing. So, final question here, Cole. You talked already about how things seem like they've gone quick. Feels like just yesterday practice started, now first game's upon us. Before you know it, it's going to be May. You're going to be walking out of here for the last time. Any thoughts yet on what the future holds for you? Where are you going to go after you're done with your time here at West Branch High School?
Well, my plan as of now, if I were to go to college now, would be look to get my elementary education degree. I'd like to teach first or second grade. My mom grew up doing daycare. Somehow I'm good with kids. I make them laugh, so I've always enjoyed it. I've been thinking about it, and I think that's what I would do right now. And I think I plan on coming back and coaching here. Plan on coming back and coaching football and baseball. But coming back to West Branch after college, doing stuff around here, fire department. Someday I want to be the mayor. I haven't told very many people that, but it's always been in the back of my head, and I truly do love this town a lot more than a lot of people go through it. It's a cool town, but I admire the streets of West Branch, all the little things, the fire department, seeing all the farmers come together. It's a great town, so someday I'll be back here trying to be the mayor.
We're looking forward to, if you ever need somebody for your PR, look me up. I'll give you a great rate on it. How's that sound?
Perfect.
Well, Cole, I'll focus right now, though, before you worry about all that other stuff. West Liberty, week 1 here tonight. Thanks very much for joining us. Best of luck.
Thank you.
And that's Cole Tisinger, tonight's Hodge Construction Player Profile. Back with more of the pregame. This is the Bearcast at westbranchfootball.com.